Welcome to the show. I'm your co-host, Brian Backus.
I'm Jamal Smith.
Good morning. I'm Tony.
See, I got the true seriousness in. Let me put myself at the bottom so I can be the. Here, I'm switching.
Okay, no, you and Brian, you and Jamal are both like this, so I can go at the bottom. I'm serious,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, we'll put you over there. Today we're going to be going back in time, but first some announcements. So before we do the slides, of course, I got to talk about that John Muir Popcorn Class of 85 fundraiser. It's back on June 1st through June 5th. Make sure you buy some popcorn. Help us. Help you, help us. So, thank you. I just want to throw that in there. I slide it in from time to time. It's going to start next week. I'm not talking about it right away. I mean, for long. So now it's gone. So back to what you guys
do. You want me to do the slides now?
Sure.
All right, here we All right, everybody, we're going to do the slides now. We're going to start with the Disaster Recovery Center. Remember, right now, it's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 4. This Saturday, the 31st, is the final day for it to be on the Woodbury, at the Woodbury location. After that, beginning June 2nd, it's going to relocate to Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena, and will only be open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It will not be open on the weekend. So this is the last Saturday that's coming up that you can actually utilize this. And on the screen, you can see the different departments that are going to be there. Assessors, mental health, public works, registrar, recorder, county clerk, and such. One second. There we go. All right, so moving on, we actually have, so the One-Stop Permit Center is still going on. It's still going to be at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210 in Altadena, and their walk-up hours or walk-in hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. If you want an appointment with them, those are available Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. If you want to set up an appointment with the Southern California Edison, those are available Monday and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. And to set up the appointments, you would go to recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers. All right, next, we have those two important deadlines. First is June 1st, which is this Sunday, where you actually have to have your fire debris removal permit and have hired a licensed contractor. Then the next deadline is June 30th. So this is all happening in June. By June, you got to have the permit and a contractor. And by the end of June, you have to have removed your debris. Now, if neither of these are done, your property may be declared a public nuisance. And if it happens, the county may take steps to remove the debris on their own, passing the cost on to the owner of the property. And if you, for some reason, do not pay for it, they may try to recover it through a lien on your property. So take care of your business. Now, today, today, May 25th, there was at Victory Bible Church is hosting a reverse panel. It's a space where Eden Fire survivors take the mic, and the organizations, nonprofits, and city leaders who want to help are invited to simply listen. You'll hear real stories of what's helped, what hasn't, and what still needs what still need to truly heal. No presentations, no pitches, just real voices, real pain, and real hope. This is at Victory Bible Church today from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's at 1497 North Hill Avenue in Pasadena. And to register, you want to go to the code at the bottom, which is altadenatalks.org .com/VBC for Victory Bible Church Eaton Panel. Okay. This will be a real good event. I can't wait to hear the results of this. Also today from 10 a.m., so from now until 2, there's another air purifier distribution. It's at 2150 Glen Rose Avenue in Altadena. Make sure that you actually bring your ID because they are being checked to make sure that you're a survivor from the Altadena, Pasadena, and Sierra Madre area. And now we got the schedule for Fair Oaks Burger. So today, as we've mentioned before, it's Miss Juicy Little from 12 to 3 with, I thought Brian was going to say it, We Out Here distribution event. That was my bad. I couldn't tell he wasn't there. So that's today. And then tomorrow from 12 to 1, there's a free food and produce bag provided by Food for Health. And then Saturday, Food for Health is going to have a farmer's market from 9 to 12. And then Sunday, it's Dina Rise Up March. There's going to be a rally as well, and burgers will be provided. And that's starting at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday. There will also be hats and shirts that'll be available for pickup on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Don't forget, We Out Here is going to be doing a Father's Day special in about 2 weeks, too, on Wednesdays. We Out Here. I had to add that. I know I was listening to it downstairs, trying to get the coffee. And he said, he waited for me. I was like, dang, I ain't up there.
It's all good. It's all good. And so this one I found a couple days ago. It's a special grant opportunity for people who lost their homes in the Eden Fire. It's supported by the Rotary Club of South Pasadena and the South Pasadena Rotary Foundation. They're honored to announce a special grant opportunity for individuals and families who lost their homes in the recent Eden Fire. Thanks to the generous proceeds from the 11th annual Taste of South Pasadena, they're able to offer special grants up to $2,000 per family or individuals to help replace meaningful and treasured items lost in the fire. So the grant's up to $2,000 per family or individual. The award, they would like to give at least 15 special grants. Applicants with employment in South Pasadena will get special review priority. The deadline is this Saturday, May 31st at 9 p.m. For eligibility, it's open to individuals, families, and businesses. And with your permission, your story may be shared. So please keep that in mind. Early application is strongly encouraged. And down below is the link. We'll probably get a different link for tomorrow. A couple more slides. So tomorrow, May 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., there's a women's healing circle. It's at Paseo Outdoor Mall at 300 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 151. It's facilitated by Dina Heals. To RSVP, you would go to bit.ly/women's-circle to get more information and to RSVP. Also, today, there's a free farmers market from 4 to 6:30, put together by Thrive Food Bank. It's at 3541 Brandon Street in Pasadena, and it does indicate that all are welcome. The second in the spring concert series at Loma Alta Park will be this Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. This Saturday is going to be John Tiraboso Youth Jazz Ensemble. It's free admission, and again, it's at Loma Alta Park, located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. And if you have questions, you can reach out to 626-398-5451. I got this from my godbrother. There's a Mile in My Shoes shoe drive. This is where you can donate new tennis shoes to benefit the students of Pasadena Rosebud Academy, which was destroyed by the Eden Fire. So students who lost their school but never lost their spirit. Contact Catherine Smith at CatherineTaylorsmith@gmail.com for exact sizes needed, or send a monetary donation via Cash App at KJT Smith or Venmo, Catherine Taylor-Smith, to purchase a pair of shoes. Please write shoes in the notes, and thanks to Catherine. Deadline for all donations is this Sunday, June 1st. Now, I'm sure Marcus might be aware of this because his youngest daughter is still attending Rosebud. So I think he may have shared this with me before, but I was able to get this on here today. And then we have the meet and greet and mix and mingle at Calaveras, which is at 187 North Sierra Madre in Pasadena. And this is going to be this Saturday, the 31st of May at 4 p.m. There's going to be resources, guests, and community information. This supports those impacted by the Eaton fire. It's a Rally House production. I want you to come out and enjoy the community mixer. And after this mixer, there's going to be music from the Afterburner DJ sets. And that's it for today. We bring it back to everybody in the show. And we are back. So
I'll say this while we're waiting on him to reappear. I talked about a lot of stuff yesterday, and we talked about a lot of stuff yesterday, and we've got some really good upcoming shows, because as soon as our show was over, I was on the phone throughout the evening. Lisa Carr-Smith, who is a mortgage broker, lender, reverse mortgage specialist, will be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the show with us. Next Tuesday, Colonel Avichal, the one who's over Army Corps of Engineers for the area, will be on the show with us. Got that confirmation talking to Captain Corps yesterday. Nice. Next Thursday, Kevin Robinson, who is a retired LA County firefighter, retired a couple of years ago, but lost his home on Loma Alta and another one down by Charles White Park, will be on the show with us. I talked to him for about 2 hours yesterday and got majorly educated and enlightened about
it's gonna be some good info.
Yeah, about what really happened, about the engines. We were talking about water trucks versus how much the engines had on them, about the true failures of the county from a firefighter's perspective, plus the Edison, all of that. I was like, we argued a little because, he's adamant, I'm adamant, whatever, but that's my buddy. So talked to him a couple hours. He agreed to come on. He'll be on next Thursday. Got the confirmation this morning that LA County Assessor Jeff Prong will be on the show with me on June 12th. So we have some good lineups. We'll begin to advertise here shortly, probably later today, tomorrow. We'll get those out. But I'm working. I'm getting ready to call Judy Chu's Chief of Staff Enrique back this morning and some other folks. So I'm trying to get some really good lineups over the next 5-6 weeks, because then I'll be out of town for a couple weeks. But the plan, the hope is really to bring people on Tuesdays and Thursdays that will be beneficial to the community. That's what our goal is here every day, is to do things that'll be beneficial. And so it is my hope that we can do just that. So we will talk about reverse mortgages tomorrow, the effects of, after a disaster, things like that, with Lisa Carr-Smith. We will talk to the Colonel. And if you have questions, prepare them. Actually, what I am doing right now, I'm creating 2 Google Forms, one for the LA County Assessor's Office for Assessor Jeff Prong, so that we can get you that link. Hopefully by the end of the show, we'll get you that link. And you can begin to put those questions that you might have for the assessor into the form. And what we'll do is advertise now until probably a week prior, so that they can have a chance to answer them. Does not mean that that's all he's going to answer. But as you know from talking to us here, when we have dialogue, and we are talking about something, then you guys put in the chat, well, what about this or what about that? And you have really good engagement and dialogue. So whatever questions you have that are prepared, he can prepare to answer those questions. And then whatever you discuss with them, that will be additional, questions. But he'll be here for 1 hour from 10 to 11 on June 12th. The Colonel will be here for 1 hour. All my shows, Tuesdays and Thursdays for Tony Talks, are going to be an hour, 10 to 11. And we will log in early on the back end so we can start promptly at 10, because a lot of these people have schedules that they've got to get to their next event. So tomorrow, Lisa Carr-Smith on reverse mortgages, because Marcus, you spoke about that. Good morning. Happy hump day. You did say, we would really like to know that. The Colonel, and when I was talking to my mom last night, she was like, oh yeah, I got a couple questions for him about our lot on some things that are done and some things that still need to be completed so that the county can sign off. And then we'll talk about that actually, when I talked to him at the park, I asked him about the whole thing of, they're going to declare houses or lots nuisances. And he said, that's not us, that's the county. So I'm going to try to reach out to LA County Public Works and see if I can get somebody from Public Works to come here as well, to maybe answer those questions. So, but before the show is over, you definitely will have an opportunity to click the link for the Google form for the Altadena Talks LA County Assessors questionnaire. And then the same I'm going to do for reverse mortgages tomorrow. So hopefully Brian could get these short links when I put them in our chat. And then for everyone that's coming on, other than I think Kevin, because he's retired LA County Fire. However, he'll just interact and tell you. I was blown away last night, y'all, like for real, because I'm not an expert. I'm not a firefighter, never have been. And it's great to hear from my brother who's CAL FIRE about what CAL FIRE does, but then to hear from a firefighter. And a lot of it was generational, meaning the firefighters that are there now, a lot of them are young. Some of them have been in fire camps or different things. And they come on like, hey, I'm the hot shot. I'm going to just do this. And he said they don't even want to hear from the OGs that are getting ready to retire. And so a lot of the knowledge is not being transferred. And so they come, he said, some are kind of lazy. Some don't put in the work that they put in. I mean, just stuff, you guys, that blew me away, which led to a lot of the failures. Wow. A lot of the numbers being incorrect. He was told there were 2,000 apparatus sent to Altadena. He told him that's a bold-faced lie. Because 2,000 apparatus, each engine or whatever is going to have 3 to 4 people on the rig. Each rig can hold 500 gallons of water, but that one rig should be able to put out one house. Not 500,000, I'm sorry, 500 gallons of water. It's designed to put out one house. And he said a 2-story house maximum. So I was just like blown away, right? By what he said in our 2-hour phone call. I was like, dang, Kev, that's crazy. So he's going to be here next Thursday. You guys can have interactive conversation with him. I think it'll be amazing. So yeah, I'm just working on getting some good lineups for the next 6 or so weeks for the show. And hopefully, if you all know of anything that you want or anybody you want to come on the show and hear from, please put it in the chat and I'll begin to work on that as soon as, I can. That's all that I have this morning. Oh, some very important information from the assessor's office, and I'm going to let him go into detail. But I mentioned this to the deputy assessor that I was speaking with yesterday, Lawrence Liu, and he said that really he handles all the legislative and making the laws. And there is a bill that the assessor is working on now. I think the one with Sasha Perez on the thing with all the deeds. So many people had generational homes passed down from great grandma or whatever, but the deed was never changed. And so now they have this land that was grandma's or great grandma's, and this house that they were living in that burned down that they can't do anything with because they don't own it technically, because they never did the proper paperwork. So I think we'll be really enlightened and educated well on what the processes are, how to change deeds when something passes down. Obviously, what I would advise anybody is put your house in a trust, right? Or your lot or whatever, because then it already has executors of the trust who are in the family. But if you don't, at least have grandma or somebody write something down, have a witness signature if you don't get it notarized, have a couple
codicil.
Sign and date it, right? so that at least you have something, because a lot of people in Altadena had nothing, and the deed is still 2 or 3 generations back. And so that's why that legislation is happening now. But I just gave him a scenario like about my parents, right? And said, you know, their lot, first they said they weren't going to rebuild, and they said, yeah, we are. Then my dad, a week and a half ago, said we're not. And so I was mentioning to the assessor that, and I said, so, you know, I don't know if they're planning on passing the lot to us, me and my siblings, and if so, then we'll just rebuild. And he stopped me dead in my conversation, and he said, no, you can't do that. And I said, what do you mean? And I said, if they, you know, pass it to us and they've chosen not to rebuild. He said, well, I won't say you can't do that. Your statement is partially correct. You can do that. He said, however, if you said your parents have had their home for 57 years, they fall under Prop 13, correct? I said, yes. He said, and when they transfer it to you, the lot, and you and your siblings rebuild, you will no longer fall under Prop 13. So whatever the value of the house is after you rebuild, you will have full property taxes at today's. Ooh. And I was like, what?
What was the ballpark figure? What did we figure out?
Well, the house, including the lot and all that, falls somewhere, I don't know, 1.8 to 2.3 million or whatever. Probably a brand new house with hardscaping and stuff would be valued, I'm assuming, at around 2.3 to 2.5. So that would be what, 16,000 a year in property taxes, y'all. And I was like, ah. But what he told me, he said, your parents have to rebuild their house. He said they were the victims of the fire. They have to rebuild their home. And then if it's in the trust, pass it to you all after they, you know, pass on or whatever. He said, and that way the property taxes remain what they currently are. And I was like, dang, that's mind-boggling, right? And he was like, after a disaster like this, the victims are the homeowners, my parents. So they have to do the rebuild. I was like, okay. So stuff like that, just from having conversations that are kind of like blow your mind, right? We will have the assessor here to talk about it. One of the things that I've done right now on this, and you guys will see it shortly, but I have sections where you can just ask questions. So I have assessment question for assessor prong, property value question, Prop 13 question, and Prop 19 question. If you know, and then I'm going to have on here just a free ask a question, right? So whatever questions you have, please, please, please put them in this. It doesn't mean you won't be able to ask questions on the show, but he will answer these that we give them. And then obviously, just like we do, we talk about things and then people say something in the chat, and that's when, you know, there's more dialogue. So just to let you know, working on it, we hear you all. Anything that you ask of us on this podcast to do, we get on it right away and work until we can do something. So Marcus, you're hilarious. So yeah, we're working on it, and let's see what happens when he comes on the 12th. But a lot of other things that are going to happen between now and the 12th. But I just wanted to kind of, you know, I'm asking the questions that you all are asking, or other ones that, you know, we'll see. So I'll put that up, and I'll also put one of these, Brian, I'm gonna give these to you in a second, for the Colonel on Monday for ACOE questions. Okay. And now I'm going to turn it back over to the fellas while I work on these Google Forms so they can do the way back, whatever, because they're super goofy today and I'm not. So I'm going to go on mute. And
I'm not. That's funny.
Like I'm Brian Bacchus and you're not. Okay.
Now, you guys get ready for an action-packed next couple weeks. It's going to be some real good information, real good folks to come talk about, you know, their respective expertise. And, you know, when we get these forms ready, it'd be really cool if you could participate and share some questions in advance. So they'll be kind of prepared, and then obviously engage live if you can. But share the forms with folks who don't necessarily, you know, watch the show, and then encourage them to, you know, pop on and see the show so they can get the answers.
And now, if you have any elderly folk that aren't on the computer, ask them the questions they would like to ask and fill it in for them.
And then share with them afterwards the responses. Yep.
That's right. Exactly. Or put their email in so that they could get the responses.
That's right. So I was having little tea and coffee with one of my daughters today before I dropped her off at school, and this was something I kind of brought up with the folks with the team. She was asking to be brought on the show to kind of get her perspective. She obviously us, we weren't directly affected, but many of her cousins, many of her friends, they lost their homes and what have you. And it'd be interesting. We've talked about it before to get the perspective of the kids. Obviously for the, that's loud to me. Obviously for the music just got loud all of a sudden. In addition to the kids, we've talked about it also. Maybe we get some of our elders to get on if they want, obviously, because some of them are not all that open to getting on, the internet, the interweb, or whatever they want to call it.
Your social media.
That social media.
Your social media.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there because y'all know I talk about my mom and daddy all the time, right? Daddy's 88. He ain't fooling with the internet or whatever. Mama's 82. But when I tell y'all, this woman is so tech savvy, like we all work in tech, right? You would think she does, because every iPad, iPhone, MacBook, whatever comes out, Jackie Bailey has it, the new one, and can tell you how to use it. Yeah. And she is always, she line dances all the time, right? But she literally, and there are some like her, but then there are many that aren't, because she be schooling some of her friends, and I be cracking up like, you telling so much.
Charge for a class. It's like, yeah, come on to my class. Let me teach you a little something. Drop a little bit in my bucket.
Yes, some of them are. You got ass questions. No, I'm just playing. LA
assessor questions. I know it looked like asses.
Assessor prom questions, but that's okay. LA assessor questions. It's
cool. Ass.
Gotta say it. LA assessor questions, not LA asses. But if you want to use word association to remember how to do it, by all means. So just go LA asses or questions.
People might call a lot of the officials LA asses right now.
Because if you want to go to our town hall, LA asses or questions, let me know. Operators are standing by.
Not any other kind of asses, just LA asses.
No, LA asses.
LA asses. Or questions.
Or questions. But guess what? They'll remember that. Did you go to the LA answers or questions? I sure
I'm gonna have
did,
the ACO even in a minute. Lord help us.
Yeah, you're right, Marcus. It is important for their voice to be heard, both the elders and the youth. And like Tony was saying, big props to her mom for being on top of her tech game. Because there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of folks who aren't our elders who are not up on their tech game.
Is that better? So, is it bigger now? You can read it. LA answers or questions.
No, that's still the same. It's all right. Just go.
LA assessor. Wait, did I spell assessor wrong? I think I did, but it's on there like that. So,
and you guys will remember this link. It'll stay emblazoned on your mind. You will not forget. LA asses.
I was too quick.
Man.
Now I got to edit it because I put too many. No, that's right. Assessor. Yeah. 2 S's on each side, right?
Yeah. It's correct. It's just the
way. I know. It threw me off. Too many A's together.
Right. It's literally. Oh, well. Anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taking us down that rabbit hole, but
you know what though? When you joke about something,
look at Marcus.
Questions.
Look at Marcus.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Password.
I bet you some people do use that shit. I mean, excuse me. That I heard Jamal say it, and it just went right back into my
I inspired you.
Camera persona.
Hey, shout out to my brother from another mother in Vegas, Sean Hansen. He's on Facebook watching from Las Vegas.
Oh, a good show. Good show.
Yeah.
We love it.
So thank you for this, Marcus. I was raised Say what you mean what you say, ask for what you want. That's just how my dad always taught us, right? Or said
My
that.
mother always said, "Get out of my face, boy."
And no. And he's always been big on integrity and character and all that. And so for me, like, I'm not gonna back down, and I'm gonna call you or be in your face until you sick of me and you say, okay, yeah, you will. However, during this season, I really believe that God put me here to be part of this platform, and that he is giving me great favor with people, with especially these officials, who sometimes people go round and round and round and can never get any answers or get in touch with people. And that's not the case for the three of us right now. And I'm thankful for that. So we will continue to be here and do everything we can to make sure everyone's voices are heard, that you all are seen, that you all and we all, right, are going to be listened to, so that we can get some things moving. So as you all say it on here, like I said, I wrote it down yesterday. Remember, before we hung up, I was like, let me write down what I need to do so that I can literally call these people, check it off, and make sure we're doing what we are saying to you all that we will do. So I don't ever want to say, oh yeah, we'll do that, and then you guys have to ask in a week or two, well, what's going on with this? That's not ever our intention. And I want to make sure that, you all know our intentions are for our community, and that we're going to try to get down to the bottom of it, or get the people on here. My hope and prayer is when they come on here that they're honest and they're not gaslighting people, and just tell the truth about what happened, right? We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we'll do everything we can. Now, as far as me being president, I am president of everything in this head. I am president and CEO of my household.
She's the head president.
I'm the head of this thing right here, this body. I'm the president of this here body. Yeah. Anywho.
HIC president. Had to leave a letter out.
No, you could have said HLIC, head lady in charge.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been the same. You have to recognize that letter. Hey, T'Challa joined. Hey, T'Challa, how you doing?
We're trying to be, Stogie Man. We're trying to be.
Sorry,
we're trying to be with the others who are. So yes, we're trying to be. Because I know I was speaking to someone else yesterday, and now him and his brother are coming to my house Friday afternoon because he needs all the information that we've talked about here, but I know him personally, but he doesn't know about which builders or any of the process. So when I say I was on the phone yesterday, y'all, I was on the phone till about 10 o'clock at night.
So if you go to Altadena Talks on YouTube, and it's got a search to search inside the videos, not the top search, but the one that's underneath Altadena Talks, and you type in builders, you will pull up a majority of the shows that we had builders in. So that will help you out too if you want to go back and recap and do what you need to do. Caught up in the situation.
Right, because everybody ain't gonna be coming to my house, calling me and meeting.
No, that's why I had to throw
for one-on-one consultation.
Yeah, you got to start. I'm cooking dinner. You're going to buy a plate. $500 plate dinners.
Yeah, I just haven't done.
I'm showing them what to do when they actually go to the YouTube channel. So they go to this search field right here.
Type in builder or builders. How many came up under builders? Oh, yeah, see, there you go. Bam. All the ones you need to talk about what we've talked about, who we brought on the show, and different things of that nature. So,
yeah, and he's a little bit more than just the builders. He just he wants to bring documentation to me because I started giving him oh, you should do this, you should do this, and he was like, can we sit down and talk? I said, sure. Come to the house.
You're messing with his brain.
Exactly.
You asking too many questions that I
that.
might have to go get a disclaimer NDA signed or
Because he
something.
was like, the house was fully paid for, and they gave us the check. And I said, did they cut you the full check outright? He said, yeah, this many hundreds of thousands. And I was like, okay, and where's the check? He was like, oh, mama and them got it sitting at the house. I was like, what?
Sitting at the house. That thing's only got a
Sitting where they
90-day
are.
life.
I said, that needs to go into a CD so that it can earn interest while you're waiting on it to, you get a builder. And then he was like, man, can I just come sit with you? I need to meet up with you. I said, bruh. And he said,
tell him to bring you some Ruth Chris's and you'll make the
He
green.
said he's in Pomona. I was like, come to the house. Just come to the house. Little homie, like, little friend of the family. I was like, just come to the house. And then, so it was scheduled for Thursday at 1. And then he hit me last night like, my bro is only off on Friday. Can we change it to Friday so both of us could come? I said, absolutely. So I'm going to help them, right? Because that's what we're here to do, right? As Altadena talks, but then when we know people, and I get it, if you don't have a clue and your mom and dad are at the point where they can't deal with it right now, so they've said to you all handle this for the rebuild and all this. And I was telling him about the 10% or 200 square feet. And I said, how big was the house? And he said, oh, like 2,500 square feet. And I said, let me look at the address on the county assessors. And I was like, it's actually 1,080 square feet. So there were some rooms that were not permitted. And
that's
so
what I find out.
Ooh.
Yeah, we gonna get it out. No, you're not.
Talking to him about all that, he was like, this is too much. Can we sit down? I was like, absolutely. So yeah, that's what we got to do.
Bring some cocktails. So.
That's what we got to do. Help each other out. That's all.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We help each other.
A little consultative services.
With some libations.
Libations. Y'all like
don't talk to me and you want me to give it to you for free and you ain't brought lunch or dinner, depending on what time it is. I'm gonna be like, bruh.
As long as I can give people accurate information and it helps them, that's where my heart is, and I'm okay with it. And so
yeah, my heart and stomach need to be on full though.
Oh, Lord.
You think better under those circumstances?
If I ain't get 3 good burps out during the conversation, that meal wasn't that good.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Some burps, bro.
If I can't do the Al Bundy sitting on the couch, then
Bruh.
Anywho, so what y'all talking about today? Wait, I gotta finish. I'm going back on mute. Bye.
We're going back on mute. Well, I had put something together, but now I can't find it. I was going to show some retro stuff on Facebook from this retro account. And
I was telling Naeem about the stuff we were talking about, the handheld games last week. She was kind of bugging off of that. She didn't realize the type of things that we had. I was telling her about Atari and ColecoVision and television and all those. She was like, "Oh, okay."
You should get that one that's like got 15,000 games. That's all pretty much old school, so they could see.
They have the old controller too. I remember playing Tank with that little joystick thing. Man, that was fun. Who came up with that name too? That's funny.
What, joystick?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think that song came out before the games came out.
Nah, really?
I don't know. I think maybe they got inspired by the games. Joystick.
Yeah, it had to be inspired by the game.
Joystick.
Otherwise, that's just a nasty song. For some.
It is. All of them songs that came out back then.
Just
innuendo. Don't listen to any
virgin ears. Come on now.
Don't listen to any Grace Jones songs and actually listen to the words.
Oh, heck yeah. Pull up to the bumper, baby.
I was singing that song because it has that catchy tune. And then I'm not going to sing the words because this is a G-rated show. We're educational, non-profit. But please go search that song by Grace Jones. Pull up to the bumper.
Yeah, read the lyrics.
I'm not going to say anything else because everything else is something that a 13-year-old kid shouldn't have known when it came out in 1980.
Yeah, but at least nowadays it ain't like it. They just spell it out.
At least it's not sexy red. Huh?
They just spell it all out.
Yeah, Tanya. You need to go get that Walkman. You need to get that Walkman.
The cassette player.
That Walkman.
But do you have any cassettes? That's the question. Well, I think we all still got a few CDs.
Oh, Tanya got some cassettes.
Yeah.
Tanya's the nostalgia chick. We got into an argument a few times over hip hop. She's the queen of hip hop knowledge. Don't go there with her. I'm gonna give her that props. I remember the date. It was 2015. She ate me alive. I ain't recovered since.
What was the weather?
About 1:30, 2 o'clock, because I was on Facebook, and when it came back, it was like, dang, she done hit me in the heart with one of them thin needles. Went through and through. I didn't even know I was bleeding.
She's like, I do. LOL. She got that knowledge.
Yeah, she does. That's what I think. I can't talk no smack when it comes to her knowledge about that.
Oh, that's right. You still looking for that doc?
Yeah, I was gonna play some stuff, but last time we got dinged by I was gonna show commercials from the 80s. So
do you have to put a disclaimer that's like, I don't own this content or something?
No, since we're not monetizing, we're not really getting dinged. It's just warnings. It's when we get over 1,000 subscribers, then we can't really go there anymore. So I'm gonna. This consists about. That's 30 minutes. We might not play it that long, but it consists with. Oh, they don't even have a thing. Anyway, what it's looking like is there's about 50 different commercials that you guys will all remember and love. Remember back in the day. So these are like from the 80s. The 80s. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over. Where'd she go? She left?
Yeah, I don't know if it's tech.
I heard her talking. I told you, I heard you talking, and then you was just gone.
It kicked me out. It took me literally all the way out. And I was like, oh, okay.
And we didn't say nothing about nothing.
Tanya suggested that you sing the songs so we don't get dinged.
Oh, that what's so funny is that they're not even quick, and they're not even long enough to get pulled onto the RIAA. Plus, these are commercials; these aren't like TV shows or anything. But thank you, Tanya. We will do that. Shoot, I can't even get your feet together. Oh no! All right, so here we go. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going into old commercials. This is probably my games archive. Yes, when they used to take you back to Roxanne. Tommy and the Order. Wait, how did this go? This has got to be. They didn't have no internet in the 80s.
You get more, a
whole
lot more.
Of those number one tastes you're crazy for.
McDonald's
chicken McNuggets, value packs, got more of those number one tastes.
It was only $3.
Icy Coke, super-sized fries, 11 McNuggets for a limited time. It's so fine, the price is low, better those good times.
One more time.
11 McNuggets, large Coke, more fries. The value pack more than satisfied. For the great taste of McDonald's value pack.
Yeah, it is.
Don't mix salt with these 3 ingredients if you don't want the Manjaro effect on your body and your pants loose in a week. Why are companies
to the commercials?
Just how you feel when you know it's for real. It's a Coke. It is me.
You gotta go for it, like that. You know what I do? Yes, you do.
It's the secret to share.
It's the Alfred and Simpson.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
She was a fugitive to the police.
Billie Jean.
A sensation to the media.
Came out in 85.
And a symbol of courage to young people everywhere to fight for what's right.
This is when Christian Slater and his sister played the same movie.
The Legend of Billy
Everywhere.
directed by Matthew Roberts, featuring Pat Benatar's hit song
Everywhere.
Invincible, rated PG-13. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
They just graduated high school. They ain't nothing had nothing to do. What commercial is this? Name it before it names it. I think it's when kids you just dig their hand in the bag without having to worry about hygiene or nothing.
Right, they just pick their nose or got out the dirt.
And dig right in the bag. Eating dirt and everything.
The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
That's crazy.
That milk chocolate melted in my hands.
Anybody who still hasn't switched to Burger King. We
Look
didn't
at these
want to
Burger
resort to
King
this,
commercials.
but
Their outfits,
no
though.
choice.
Presenting the
When the burger
weapon.
were actually looking like that.
Hey, you know today is National Burger Day?
You know what? I got a burger stand around. I ain't had a burger in about a while.
Yeah, I'm going to have one.
I'm going to have to go to Wendy's.
Wendy's
No, in and out. I'm going in.
Hey, the mini Baconator or bacon cheeseburger is like a penny.
Look at Tyrese.
Come on, dude.
And what do you get on this Dodge Ram van?
Really?
Dodge Ram thing. Look how he was pushing commercials
Hey,
right there.
my cousin used to have a van like that.
And where'd you
I
get
know.
to roll
This
around.
band's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Exactly. It had carpet, all the wall carpet.
$984.
Look at that, 10 grand for a brand new.
Oh, look at your boy.
Each Wednesday evening,
Michael Jackson.
in a bold new way. We're investigating some explosive.
Wait, was this the show? Oh, this is a commercial for the show. It's supposed to be recorded. Why do you look like Prince?
And Michael Jackson all
No,
together.
yeah, Prince and Michael Jackson. You got David Bowie, the other dude. I always thought that was a wig. Ain't nobody here ever been that high.
You got that shank in the back though. It was like,
Remember when he was on CB4?
yes.
He was playing CNC Music Factory, dude. Start doing a karate kick in a circle.
Heard that Burger King changed.
You know what? After the show, I'm definitely going to get something to eat because
the way it was, fool.
I know that's right.
But then people
I'll outtake it.
is bigger than ever.
What do you mean, bigger?
More beef than Big Mac. More beef than
Wendy's
Wendy's
Seal.
Seal.
More beef.
And then they heard how the new Whopper beat them both for best taste.
What?
Taste?
And when they finally
Remind me of
tried
Jay.
the new
Pity the
Whopper,
fool.
they could hardly contain
I'll pity the
themselves.
burger.
It's not bad.
Oh, here we go.
In 1914, an Isuzu demonstrated its speed by
Isuzu
racing
was
a
about in
horse.
1914.
Unfortunately, the
I
horse
don't
won.
think so.
Today, the Impulse is one of the fastest GT cars in the world.
My mother used to
Its
have an Impulse.
turbocharger is made by the people who build them for the
She bought this
Indianapolis
Isuzu when it first
500.
came out in
Isuzu.
81.
In
They were pretty
1914,
quick. They remind me of the
first car
Scirocco.
race in Japan.
That's the car I stole to go see that
Today,
girl that night and got a
we're
ticket
getting
on the way back.
Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-oh, TV.
1936.
What channel on UHF? That must have been another state. The Star Blazer.
Yeah, it's probably a different state. Yeah, I don't recognize that channel at all.
Yeah, that's got to be somewhere
Inspector
else.
Gadget.
Star Blazers. Okay, what's next?
I used to like that Go-Go Gadget on.
Reynolds
Reynolds
wrap.
plastic wrap really clean better than the leading brand.
Watch
Yes,
this.
let me show you.
Reynolds plastic wrap and the leading brand.
And the leading
The Reynolds holds
brand.
its shape better.
Oh my
That's the
God,
secret
look
to
at
Reynolds'
that. Isn't
super
that
tight
fantastic?
thing. But here's the real test.
Yeah, there's the
I
real
hate
test.
trying to deal with plastic wrap. And that stuff
And see
sticks.
for yourself.
You can never get
All
it.
See,
plastic
it is
wrap
believing,
sticks. You can't get it apart.
Remember, for
That's
better
the
clean,
problem.
use Reynolds quality plastic wrap.
You need
The
two
plastic
people.
wrap professional juice.
Yeah, you gotta get lucky and do it right the first time. You might use the whole damn roll.
Well,
Why,
Ooh,
thank
Miss
you,
Butterworth.
girls. That's because I'm
Mrs.
very,
But they don't even sell that no more. You know that, right?
When you
Nope.
pour Mrs.
Nope.
Butterworth over
But
a
here's the
stack
thing:
of
they got Miss
pancakes,
Butterworth,
she takes her
and she
own
was supposed to
sweet
be racist
time.
black, but it's
And
got a white
thick
old lady voice
and
on the
crisp.
commercial.
Right. And
Made
then
with
they had Aunt
grade A
Jemima.
butter, too.
It's
Coming
so
from the
good.
two of you, that's twice as nice.
Oh my goodness. Fried chicken breakfast. They don't even serve fried chicken no more. Look how the meals used to look like. You wanted to go there.
Try Denny's American Kitchen Dinners and get dessert.
Y'all free dessert through July.
Yeah.
From 30, 40 years ago.
Denny's, cooking the way America eats.
An exclusive interview with Leonard Lake's mother tonight.
Leonard Lake's mother.
Tonight, but he'll be back soon.
He doesn't work anymore.
Because we got an ABC special.
Now stay tuned for some rock and roll summer action.
Right. You can every time you could never watch the show you wanted to watch because they were always showing some special stupid Battle of the Network stars or this type of thing.
Right.
It's rock
and
and
roll
roll summer action.
Look,
Yeah.
look.
Look at
Hey,
us.
speaking of that, do you remember Battle of the Network Stars? They used to actually have real folks competing.
Right.
Look at them TikTok.
Kim Carnes.
Kim Carnes is performing. Watch out. They got an X right there. Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Comedian Tom Sharp.
He's a comedian.
And the Summer Action Dancers.
Not the Summer Action Dancers. Oh no, pancakes. God. Yeah, I'm gonna ride my bike in tights and put my muscles flexing while I'm riding. But they have no shame on the camera angles.
Also, a special look back at Marvin Gaye.
Look at Boogaloo Shrimp, didn't see him.
And now, the host of Rock and Roll Summer Action, Christopher Atkins.
Look, Christopher Atkins.
Well,
Hi, I'm a teen star.
We're just wondering when you're going to show up.
Everyone loves me. I've got that American look.
My favorite tanning is just pure.
Man, this is a whole show?
In the sun.
Oh.
Because I don't like suntan lotion and stuff. It's all sticky. So
No,
oil
it's
just
just
makes
that
you burn,
little.
and that's the best way to get a tan.
We can go past
The
that.
lotion with.
Okay.
Next week on TV 36.
Look at these shows. That looks like a low budget fall.
I got two of the
Supposed to be Ironside.
Oh, watch out, girl.
Me. I got a problem. What?
You're a gay.
Watch Comedy Week all
That's
next
Comedy
weekend
Week. That was
for
you guys'
Just on
commercial
You.
for Comedy Week.
Well, what do you say to a little bridge?
Next, Hollywood's most outspoken
He's only got the
Barbara
first
Walters
form.
for a candid
He got
look
the
at their
first form
lives.
up.
I always had this feeling
Look
that I
at
was
Barbara
walking
Walters
behind
when she
my
was
face.
32.
Esther Williams, Sally Field,
You hear
and
me?
Jane Fonda.
I don't think I really
She got the
understood
first
what people
form
were
in the
doing. How could I?
private
The
chat
Barbara Walters Summer Special next.
Oh, okay.
for the questions.
Both of them are there.
Oh, both of them? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
See, every time I go off of it, it's trying to give commercials. We don't need no commercials. We were trying to watch old commercials. We don't need to see the new one.
I used to look at TV.
I used to read that bad boy like it was the Bible.
what people buy.
Right.
These babies sell like nobody's business.
Man, that's crazy what we used to do to figure out what was on TV.
And yeah, but at least you knew. Now you don't even have a guide.
They had one in the newspaper as well, like a smaller version.
Oh, yeah.
TV Guide, on sale now wherever.
Look at me,
Okay,
baby,
well,
now.
I've got a confession to make. I've always loved the freshness of Tic
Tic-Tacs.
Tacs. But when Sugar Freeze came along,
Girl.
I figured I'd give up some of that freshness to get fewer calories.
Some of that fresh.
You know what? I was wrong. Sugar-free mints aren't
give
low
up
in
that
calories.
freshness
They
now,
have 7, even 9 calories per mint. And a Tic Tac has just 1.5. So I'm staying with Tic Tac. Because to get fewer calories, I don't have to give up taste or freshness or nothing. Tic Tac, the 1.5 calorie breath mint.
I'm amazed that you're telling me that this is sugarless gum. Tastes so good. It tastes like regular bubble gum.
Tastes so good.
It's
Come on,
soft,
man. I
it's
remember
full of flavor,
trying
and
it.
it stays that way for a long time.
Remember Bubblicious?
They still sell that in Hubba Bubba at Costco.
Oh, Hubba
I got a
Bubba.
box of it downstairs. You know who goes and
Really
gets it.
good, juicy flavor.
Man.
Doesn't mess up your dental work.
Taste new strawberry too.
China strawberry.
No, Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Oh my.
She needs to see the dentist.
Is designed for the convenience of the patient.
Man, that would freak me out when big ass tube start talking to me like that.
But dentists are so expensive.
Not at South Bay Health Center, where your dental exam is just $12, and our wizards will take care of those complicated insurance forms. South Bay Health Center.
All right, there's your short link.
The whole grain wheat isn't enough. The golden honey isn't enough. The
For
pure bran and slow baking with
Army
United
Corps of
Preservatives
Engineer questions,
isn't enough to call this wheat bread
ACOE
home
questions.
pride. What makes it home pride is real
AltadenaTalks.org.
Home
/ACOE
then pours on real creamery butter and lets it bake right in.
I'm gonna copy it real
It gives
quick.
our wheat bread a taste that's really special. Home Pride Butter Top Wheat.
Home
Nature's
Pride.
best
I used to want that
ingredients
because
baked
it just
better
looked
with
like
butter.
it was going to
Try
taste
our
so
delicious
good.
Home Pride Butter Top White Bread too.
That middle part where the butter just soaks
When a
in.
cold won't let you sleep, your whole body's
Loved
misery
it.
cries out for relief.
And
Take
loving it.
Robitussin Night Relief Colds Formula for a restful night's sleep.
Robitussin.
Night Relief
Man,
really
now
helps
that-
with
you need some
medications that help
tussin.
clear your stuffy nose,
You ain't that
stop
tussin.
coughs, reduce aches,
Now they got
pain,
that
fever.
lean. They don't even do
Now get the
tussin no more.
nighttime
They do
relief
that
your
lean.
whole body's misery cries out for. Robitussin Night Relief Colds Formula for a restful night's sleep.
Robitussin.
The difference you'll appreciate in the morning.
See, we taking y'all back. It's
Robitussin
way
Night
back
Relief Colds
Wednesdays.
Formula.
You remember they used to put the name of the people who made it on there.
Right.
Eating a candy bar, Three Musketeers. Look how big it was in 1984. In his hand. Look how big it was. I used to hate when you go to trick or treat and you got more Three Musketeers than Snickers, Milky Ways instead of Almond Joys. Come on, why are we buying that cheap candy? Stop buying. Another burger commercial. Watch out.
Yeah, we getting burgers today. Please believe.
Ain't it funny? It's ironic that it's Burger Day and all these burgers. Switch. Hilarious. Yeah, dude. It's gonna go to Burger King. Yeah. I'm gonna look. They can put bell peppers in your salad.
Maybe.
Wow.
Even.
They used to actually put vegetables in the salad. Now I just give you lettuce and a couple
Macy's
of
bedroom savings sale is on
tomatoes.
now with savings for
Oh, look at Macy's old school commercials. Selling all those pastel prints.
Yeah, you know what would be back in the days if you saw a Broadway commercial.
In all sizes.
We might get
Save on Wamsutta's soft,
High Magnin, Buffum.
in selected styles and patterns. Experience the
Yeah, man,
softness
listen,
of
I'm
cotton
going
sheets,
to
all
Buff.
cotton, just $12.50.
I think Buffum's
Now,
High
during the
Magnin was
bedroom
mostly for
savings
women.
sale
I don't
at
remember
all
going to
Macy's.
any guys.
Charles, the
Look at
stalemate
that
here at the
table.
summit continues despite... Just a
we need-
moment. They're bringing
Oh,
in some
maybe.
ice cream. No, it's not just ice cream. It's dryers.
Since 1928,
dryers.
we've made dryers with the freshest cream.
Almond praline.
Yeah, I need an ice cream. Gotta have
And
3
all the
ingredients
patients a
on
true
it.
quality product deserve.
Then I can eat
Mr.
it.
Popoff has entered.
So it's no wonder dryers makes more occasions.
Look at them. They all
than
want to
any
eat
other
some ice
premium
cream.
Apparently, ice cream has been
After all, it's not just
Let's
ice cream.
negotiate.
It's dryers.
Let's negotiate after I taste this ice cream. No.
Only Wendy's has a breakfast sandwich prepared fresh.
No.
With a fried egg, cheese, and your choice.
Why
of
they got
bacon
that
or
egg
sausage.
looking like that? They make them like that. They don't.
A breakfast sandwich on white or wheat toast too.
No,
So if
no,
you
no.
want
Look at
breakfast
they
prepared
actually showing you what the
fresh, know
toast
where
look
to
like.
go.
Telling us the toast.
Important medical news from the makers of
Uh-oh.
Robitussin, a liquid
Something
cough
had a
medicine
market on the
breakthrough.
commercials, boy.
New
This is second
Extend
Tussin
12.
commercial.
Just one dose stays with you up to
Look
12
at-
hours.
Anti-Tussin.
Ordinary cough
I ain't
liquids
even
relieve
never
only
heard of
4 to
that.
6
What's
hours per dose. New Extend 12 liquid
it
contains
say
time-release
anti-Tussin?
medicine that extends your whole
Crazy.
family's
Look
cough
at
relief
Bob.
up
I
to
used to take a
12
medicine called
hours. Get New Extend
666.
12 liquid
Look
cough
at that.
medicine.
Anti-Tussin.
They still got it.
All night.
They still sell
New
it too.
Extend 12.
Anti-Tussin?
Even as I speak, America is
Uh-oh.
being protected against
Just
sneak
saw
attack
it.
by a global electronic early warning system. And yet, there is a danger much closer
In
to
your
home,
house.
burglary. He is why you need MAX, the maximum security burglar detection system for your home
This
or
before
business.
DDT, huh?
Designed to detect and deter the intruder before he gets in, the Max Sonic Logic system picks
Just
up
turn the
burglar's
lights
sound
on out
the
night-
moment
at
he
night.
tries to enter. And Max reacts, screams at him
Why
with
they
a
got a black
screaming
dude?
siren, frightening him away with a powerful flood of light. Developed by the Digitron Corporation, an electronics company whose researchers have supplied.
Look at those diodes and transistors. That's modern technology, buddy.
That reminds me of Radio Shack.
And you can
I
even
miss
set Max up yourself.
Damn.
Max,
Where'd
the
that
very
black guy
affordable
go?
burglar detection system that stops the burglar when it's most important.
Why he look like homeboy from Police
Call
Academy?
1-800-845-9000 for a fact-filled brochure about Max with 24 tips to stop.
They got a 6-digit license in LA. Max is about Digitron.
Time.
AT&T commercial from
puts it to work
85.
in a simple new way. The Reach Out America plan. Let you buy your long
That's when you
distance calls
believe
by the
actors
hour.
because he
An
looked like
hour
he
of
used.
AT&T state-to-state calls across the U.S. is just
You can
$9.45.
trust me.
Additional hours are even less. So when you buy by the hour, you can know what you're spending before you spend it.
Trying to keep
Call
those.
now to order Reach Out America. Don't wait another minute to get the
Hey,
plan of the
Johnny, you
hour.
keep everything. No, that's dope.
The right
Just
choice.
I've moved so many times. I can't keep up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, don't even get me started with rental storage units.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Levi's was doing commercials back then. But we didn't like our Levi's that color. We liked them like when they first came, it was real dark blue.
Especially them 501.
Yeah. That's how you can tell. Is that Wesley Snipes?
Is that Wesley? Oh, those other 501s. That was Wesley Snipes.
Sure was.
That looked crazy. I ain't never seen him
You
be
want
that
a
goofy.
tough little pickup to go on the road again.
Well, in that
Ford
movie,
Ranger
Demolition
Off-Road.
Man,
Check out the
he
one
acted
that's
real
built
goofy.
Ford Tough Ranger.
Uh-oh.
There's a fuel-injected four-cylinder engine
get up on that
V6
phone and bust
power,
up that shit,
unbeaten
bro.
by any small V6 pickup.
Like that, hey.
The Tough Ford Ranger.
what they call it.
That's the way to get on the
I
road
heard your
again.
voice.
The best
Came
built
over.
American trucks are built
Got up,
on
he was
Ford
looking
Tough.
around.
His pal Stan. Our
Oh,
bacon
I
guys
wish
who
we had it
really
like
fries
that.
those 2 scoops of plump juicy raisins in Kellogg's.
Now, I
Raisin
used to
Bran.
try to figure out how
They
many
got the
races
job in hand. They're rolling walls, but Nate recalls those 2 scoops.
Nate
of that
recalls?
Irish brand.
2 scoops. I'm going back again.
Whoa! He can't resist the taste he missed
He's still hungry, yeah, after
in
breakfast.
Kellogg's
Right.
Raisin Bran. 2 scoops.
She's a hot fashion model who's turning up the heat in the kitchen.
What is going on in here?
The Comedy Factory with guest star Judy Landers.
I'm naked.
Friday after
Oh,
Western.
no. He's looking at her like, hey, had nothing to do with it. Oh, no, not E.T.
That warmed our hearts.
Oh,
The vision
the
that
boy in the
lifted our spirits.
bicycle. He sold a lot of bikes after this movie came out, believe
Touched
me.
our souls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping him.
Especially to the kids thought that they could actually fly.
Spielberg's
Oh, no, but they didn't
the
have E.T. didn't come with it.
the story that touched the world. Rated PG.
Hey, they didn't care.
Starts
They
Friday.
was going to try to
at
make it
select
fly.
theaters.
Man, that was 80.
Thursday.
I think there's been some kind of mistake. Good night.
The most unlikely roommates that ever
Lord.
fell in love.
I'm looking at a couple other videos.
Goodbye Girl.
I saw a Blockbuster
President
commercial
covers 2020
and a
asks,
Circuit City
can your
commercial.
diet really help to prevent cancer? Maybe
I wonder
not.
if they ever had
All
silent
starting at 8,
commercials.
7 Central. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow on ABC. Oh, no, we got to get past
Summer
this.
action will continue in a moment.
Oh, yeah, goodbye.
Sunday. It's the fastest
Encore,
aircraft ever built.
Airport 79. Remember
The
these
one-way
scary
ticket
movies?
to hell. George Kennedy, Robert Wagner,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Concorde,
Lions about to
Airport
die.
79.
Robert Conrad.
Did you
Those
see
old
the
school
girl
actors.
in the white bikini with the long legs and the great body and the dyed
Uh-oh.
Sprite?
Yeah.
Well, where do you think she got that dyed Sprite?
Are you kidding? You can get Diet Sprite anywhere.
But that's the new Diet Sprite, the one with 100% NutraSweet.
Diet Sprite has
How they
100%
gonna describe the
NutraSweet.
lady
It
and
does
then talk
now,
about
along
the
with the
photo?
great taste of Lyman.
Wow. So where do you think she got the
Lyman.
Diet Sprite?
I don't know. But she was born with
Yeah,
everything.
he dropped
else.
everything just to grab that. Here, take my card.
Tainted watermelons, the tip of the toxic iceberg tonight at 11.
Tainted watermelons.
Have you ever seen the magic glasses that can see clearly
Let
without
me go back
glasses?
over here because that's weak.
These glasses can not only see far.
We ain't giving you the prompts there, buddy. We got to get off that one. That's
Why
long.
settle for a station
Somebody was
wagon
about
when
to
you can
just
get a
turn this
roomy
on
van
and
conversion
record
for
it.
about the same price?
Hey, I'm about to
Now
go
at
pick
Edward
that
Drive
van
in
up
San Jose,
tomorrow.
Dodge Country for just $10,888. You can buy or lease a well-equipped van conversion with
Look
captain
at that.
chairs, sofa
Automatic
bed,
trims
custom
with
paint, even a
captain's
built-in
chairs,
bar and
sofa
more.
bed.
Only
They were all
$10,888,
the
and
same
financing
price
is
back
available
then.
up to 60 months. Over 50 vans to choose
Dude,
from,
that
including
thing was
Cozy Car,
$200 a
Classy
month.
Van, and Busybody. For family fun or commuting in comfort, see the full line of van conversions
That
at
was a
Edward
new
Dodge
car.
and San
That
Jose's
was
Dodge
funny.
Country.
Remember Worthington Ford used to always
This is the difference
advertise
Vogue Interiors
about
can
what your
make.
payments would be,
Elegant,
not just
classic
price of the
Right.
car.
and fine
Yeah,
contemporary
because
furniture.
$99.99 a
Whether
month.
gradually
because
or
your
a whole new
contracts for
look now.
15 years.
Whether you decorate yourself or
Right.
use our complimentary
Like
designer
half a
service.
mortgage.
Let us give you, as our valued client,
All right,
the 40%
Tony,
discount
All right,
Tony.
Tony.
Have a great day
decorators.
yourself.
See the difference
Later.
Vogue
Tune in.
Interiors makes. You're right in Vogue. Mountain
Vogue
View and
Interior
Alamo.
Design Center.
Dinner at the Fosters. Eating
So-
by candlelight wasn't their idea.
I'm gonna play. Hey, let me play this one after this.
Dishes overnight. But it did prove
Oh, we
lemon
can
scent
stop this one
sunlight, the new
because
dishwasher
it's,
detergent,
Oh, no, it's
outgains
cool.
the leading brand on
We don't
taste
it's got a
and
while to
food.
go, like
By
another
morning, the Foster's
10
dishes
minutes.
really need new sunlight.
No, I meant
It
after this
tests against the
particular
leading
commercial.
brand
What's
on
that?
tough,
Crystal
starchy
Light?
food,
Oh,
sunlight,
Sunlight.
clean better.
That's dishwashing
Why
detergent.
wait for the lights to go out? Try new lemon sunlight. It outcleans the leading brand
Lemon
on tough, starchy
sunlight.
food.
Fly into 84 with a
Uh-oh.
special deal on a brand new 84 Fremont Ford.
Look at
Where
that
this week,
truck.
all new Ranger can
No,
be yours
they
for
did
only
not throw that truck out the thing and
$129
put
a
a.
month. $129 a month.
Well,
Plus, we'll guarantee you
$129 a
at
month.
least $3,000
look,
for
it
your
crashed.
trade-in when you choose any new 84 pickup, van, or Bronco in
He
stock.
was not
Well,
in
not
that.
everything always goes right, but at Fremont Ford, we'll make it right.
You don't have on
Because
no
no matter what
protective
gets
gear or
traded
nothing.
in, we'll
Stop
guarantee you a
at
full
Fremont Ford. We're
$3,000.
not buying
That's
your
right
cars
now
and
at
things
Fremont
they can go
Ford.
off a cliff.
Now there's more reason than ever to use Listerine
You're
antiseptic
right.
twice a day.
Turtleneck
You see,
on,
recent clinical tests
she's
prove that
working out.
Listerine kills the germs that can cause plaque buildup, as
That's
well
the
as killing the
whole
germs that can
aerobics
cause bad
outfit with a
breath.
turtleneck.
After regular brushing and
Exactly.
rinsing with Listerine, you can reduce plaque buildup by
This
up to
ain't Flash
60%.
Dance, girl.
So when you use Listerine in the morning and Listerine at night,
You're fighting
Uh-oh.
plaque for
He's
better oral
going
hygiene.
out tonight.
Listerine, twice a day.
Gonna be
Fights
using
plaque.
some.
For better oral hygiene.
That was a nasty
At
kind.
Jimco's supermarket and a department store,
Remember
I get
Federated
membership
with
prices
Fred
that are lower
Rated?
than warehouse
Oh, I
prices.
love Fred
An
Rader. Fred
absolutely
Rader.
great
Remember he
selection
always
of
used
very
to
top
secret
grade
thing.
produce.
Remember
Personal
the
needs
little
service
Fred
at no
Rated,
extra charge and
the
top
little
quality meats
Muppet?
with a no nonsense
Yeah.
guarantee.
I found a commercial with them.
Jimco's membership food
Oh, let's
prices
show that
are
one right
lower than
quick.
warehouse prices.
I'll
And
pause this.
Here, let me I'm gonna do this one first. Hold on, let me pause.
$1 to go to Jimco. Remember Jimco?
I do.
Jimco, Fedco. Fedco is now Target. I don't know what Jimco is. Oh, Kmart can't hear the sound though.
Kmart.
Oh, there you go.
You shop
Turn it down, Mac.
and shop.
Press Herald. Yeah, that's why you don't wait in the car.
Anywhere else.
Go rush him to get out. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. He's got a phone? Oh, no, that's
So what happened to the one thing?
It's in there.
America's favorite song.
Kmart.
The safe
Kmart.
Wishbone. Salads wish for the taste of Dijon.
See the
What
wishbone
Dijon
in there.
does for the classic country cuisine of France, it now does for salad
I just
dressing.
saw Fred Rader.
Wishbone's new classic Dijon.
like an elf
Salads
voice.
wish for Wishbone.
Elf
Hey, Joe, where are
slash
the
witch.
onions for my burger? It's got onions. They're inside.
Hey, that was George Costanza.
Let Lipton's special
Did you see
seasonings
it?
and toasted onion pieces turn your...
We made it.
Joe, where are the onions for my burger? It's got
That's
onions.
George.
He got hair.
Look at him. George
They're
Costanza.
inside.
Yeah.
George Costanza.
And moving to New York.
Let Lipton's special seasonings and toasted onion pieces turn your
I think
burger
that
into
Fred
a
Rated
great
comes on
burger.
there.
Soup
Them
up your
Lipton onion
burgers with
burgers.
Lipton.
They were good. KABC Los Angeles.
I'll think about it.
Trust me, big guy. Send me in there. I can do it.
I thought about it. No.
Hey, you're gonna love this deep sea savings Orama.
Send me in, big guy. Let me take over.
It'll be just like being underwater. Get it?
Look, Fred, I just want everyone to know. At Federated, you have the best price, the best advice.
He looks like
satisfaction
Fred.
guarantee your money.
Like
Yeah.
How
that's
about you?
bad.
Wonder Weekend.
Fred, at Federated, a promise we make
Is a promise we keep.
I've got it. Tropical Luau Mambo Days. he is over the
He
edge.
always looked like he needed some ADD medication.
It's not Jamaica. It's Las Vegas, man.
It's Las Vegas, man.
Tropicana.
Tropicana, is that even there anymore?
We'll pay our
It is
$100,000 jumbo
Las
CD
Vegas
That's
A's.
where the
balances
where the A's are going to be now.
$10,000. Home fed. Don't forget.
Home fed. They don't even.
Families with extra hefty garbage need more than a wimpy bag. They need steel sack from Hefty.
You got the gladiators doing the commercial.
Remember Stephen Berry with the Gladiator?
Yeah, I remember a lot about Steve.
What has the most durable and advanced shell design for exceptional reliability? A higher particle density for better program
Made you want to watch the commercial.
and the sharpest picture and
Right.
clearest
Had that Star Wars effect.
That's a record player.
The V8.
The Max LT 120 EX video tape, 466 each, and the Max LT
Video
120 HGX high grade,
Remember,
647
is it live or is it Memorex?
at Federated.
Only 120 minutes.
This is the BMW 635
And that was
CSI.
brand new.
It offers remarkable performance for about
So funny looking back at these old commercials.
$44,000.
If you start today, like, we're
This
selling a used
is
car
the
for
Thunderbird
$44,000.
Turbo Coupe. It too offers remarkable
Look how they used to
performance
film, Jamal.
for about
They
$15,000.
be in front of you.
It makes you
I'm gonna
wonder,
pass you up.
which is the ultimate driving
The
machine.
Thunderbird. Uh-oh, he's back.
Can you pause that for a minute?
Set your VCR for class.
There was something, and I apologize, I'll pop back in. There was something that I posted on my Facebook yesterday, and I forgot to mention this morning. It was a press release from the county assessor's office, and this is something that Candy told me. I'll probably post it from my personal Facebook to our Altadena Talks community, but people, please update your mailing addresses, because some people had paid their property taxes right before the fire, like in December, and the assessor has tried to send refunds to those people, and they're being returned to sender. And so Candy mentioned it to me on the phone yesterday, and then she sent me the press release, and I posted it, and Lionel Flowers just text me it, and I go, oh yeah, I posted that yesterday. But I did tell Candy we would talk about it here. I'll also send you the link. You can get it off my Facebook if you want. No. I'll send it to you, Jamal, the press release or whatever in our WhatsApp. But that is something we need to start including in our announcements. So what has been happening, again, there are refunds that people were owed once they put in their calamity forms, because they had just, I know my mom and them got a refund. They had just paid, you know how we pay property taxes twice, like December and April, or November and April or whatever. And so people paid that. And yeah, if you go to news and information, they do have a newsroom. If you go to news and information, newsroom, yeah. So it's the first one right there, that one. They made that press release yesterday, and she emailed it to me, so I posted it. But we need to get the word out. There are people that literally had just paid their property taxes. They're owed a refund. They sent the refund checks, but because people hadn't paid out their, changed their mailing addresses, the refunds have been sent back to the county assessor's office. So what they told me when I asked Candy, I said, well, how should we say it on the podcast? Should they, look, this was a breaking news story. I'm sorry, I interrupted your guys' broadcast.
No, it's cool. We need one of those sounds.
I was like, oh yeah, I got to jump back on and say it. So again, super important. Anybody that you know, if they just paid property taxes because they own their home back and they paid them back in like December, most likely since the fire was the 7th and the 8th, they were owed a refund. And if they have not still changed their mailing address, please go to that link, update your mailing address so that they can get it to you. If you know somebody who doesn't use the internet, whether they're middle-aged or older, let them know. And they can also call, because I asked Candy, what methods do you want them to use? I said, because some people aren't, internet people. They don't like the computer or the internet. And they said,
Did you put that link in the private chat?
Huh?
Is that link in the private chat so I can make a shortcut?
Yeah, they can call, they can email, they can go to that link. So anyway, that's why I jumped back in. Super important to let everybody know that, if you think you just paid your property taxes or don't remember, and you think you may be owed, and you have, taken your time to change your mailing address, please get that done ASAP.
Emphasis, mailing address. Mailing address.
Yep.
Only that.
assessor.laccounty.gov/homeowners/change-mailing-address. That's the easiest way to do it. It goes right to your account, will allow you to update your mailing address so that they can mail out if your check or whatever, your refund was sent back. So thank you, Lionel, if you're on here today, for sending me that so that I could go jump back in and say it. So now back to the regularly scheduled program of their Way Back Wednesday stuff. I am popping back off, and I will see you all tomorrow.
She's subject to pop back on, so don't play.
Huh?
I said she's subject to pop back on, so don't play.
Yeah, although I did say toodles. I'll say toodles point 2. See y'all later.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You got more Fred rated?
Whatever. It's just a bunch of other stuff.
Make anyone feel helpless.
Life insurance policies.
Your hands are tied. You feel
Remember Penelope TikTok?
With Prudential, your agent.
Look at the sheriff. He comes in on the little trolley.
And
look at that fake train.
You have a piece of the rock you're comfortable with. No wonder more people choose Prudential or life insurance than any other company.
Insurance and
feel
all.
Right by the
We're going back through the
Prudential life insurance.
Rock of Gibraltar.
Today, hospitals have more medicines than ever to care for their patients.
Uh-oh.
The one that
you
choose
can
most
see all them bottles
pain
back
Look at
there.
her helmet
is
is.
Tylenol. Look, last year,
Darth Vader.
hospitals dispensed Tylenol 10 times more than the
10
next 4
times
brands
because
combined.
they got paid to
With
do
so
it.
many pain relievers to choose from, isn't it reassuring to know the pain reliever
No,
hospitals use most is Tylenol? That's a good
If
reason
the
for you
hospital
and your
uses
family
it, I
use
should just
Tylenol
go get it
too.
from the store. I don't
Tylenol.
need to go to the
The
hospital.
pain reliever hospitals use most.
Uh-oh. Blueberries and milk. I never was a fan of those types of popsicles. Dough was fake. But it was probably the realest popsicle out there.
Right.
Oh, that's fake. I could never bite that. My teeth would be like, oh. You're beautiful and you're mine.
The guy just wants to be left alone in peace.
Aren't you going to take me for questioning or anything?
Commercials back in the day. What's this,
Psycho?
Norman Bates?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Psycho!
it's me.
I would be scared of him, even if he just was a cool person.
Right. Oh, Psycho 3?
Dang. What year did that come out?
Wow.
85?
You remember that?
Strolls. Still got strolls?
It's more than a way to make strolls.
I wouldn't know.
Light.
Look, this is when they showed you what it really looked like to make beer.
One generation to another for over.
Look
Right,
at
where's the
him.
strolls family?
It's what
Right, Superman. You drink strolls.
Captain Underpants.
Why is that one called Stroll Light instead of Stroll? Now, did they drink beer on the commercials here? They just held it.
They just hold it.
Strolls is spoken here.
Is only as impressive as it is responsive.
They're trying to figure out ways to beat you out your money.
Rates fell. We look for new ways for our clients to make money and
Look at that dot matrix printer.
like the First Australia Fund. A first
Look at those screens.
way to take advantage of changing markets, while others may imitate it.
Hey,
You're busy
throw this in
sometimes.
the trash.
If anyone can show you bold new
There you
things
go.
in the business of
Is
making
this the
money,
printer? Is this the commercial for the printer?
Prudential Beige, rock solid. market
Prudential's
wise.
had 2 commercials so far.
Here
Prudential.
comes great taste. Lipton decaffeinated iced tea.
Decaffeinated, because when you out there in that heat, you don't want to be energized. No.
Lipton decaffeinated tea. Any way you
Decaffeinated.
At Lowry's restaurant back in the 30s,
They got Lowry's
almost
commercials?
anything to take
You
our
brought
That
her
was
own
like my
seasoning.
grandmother. She would always have her little stash of seasoning.
So
And she would put some packs of sugar and other stuff in the little
Speaking.
Listen.
It's one
Uh-oh.
of the most natural things we do.
IBM.
It's also the basis of a remarkable research project at IBM. This is an experimental computer system that recognizes what I say. I talk, and my words appear on the computer screen.
My father had this way before they was talking about it.
Oh, right.
It has a business vocabulary of thousands of words, and it even knows the difference between words that sound alike but have different meanings.
This is
Watch
so amazing.
this.
What if it made that music when it did
This
it?
is right now.
Yeah, you had to talk like a robot.
This computer system is another
But it
example
worked, though.
of
That's pretty good.
innovation at IBM.
I remember those computers. I used to fix those first.
Voice
The
recognition
386s and the 486s, and then they got fancy and had a 586. Then they finally came out with Pentium.
With what? What was the last one?
Pentium, remember?
Oh, yeah, Pentium. I remember the 486s. I don't remember the 586.
The 586s had that extra kick for graphics.
But they could tell them
you can use scanners, flatbeds.
That's why at an IBM scientific center in
there's
Manchester,
IBM.
England,
Yeah, they got back to back.
researchers and doctors are
You know, the
working
more
together
you think, the more your
to
hair looks like
transform
you.
the conventional X-ray into something
So
remarkable.
stop thinking.
A three-dimensional
Man, look at this
model
remote
of
on
a
this
That's
patient's
a heart.
arteries.
Look at that. That's
This
surrounding
IBM
the
technology
heart.
is also being used to create a
Oh my
computer
goodness!
model
Look at
of
the
a patient's
nervous
beating
system.
heart.
Look at
Look
that
how big
mouse
those
pad.
monitors are.
Is an
You
example
see that
of
mouse pad with the
innovation
keys
at
on the key on the
IBM.
mouse?
And one day, it could be another way. Computers help doctors save
Come on,
lives.
doctors.
It
Use
could
the
be an example
computer.
of patients beating
There, you see the mouse now?
This
Yeah.
experimental
Right?
project is an
See, IBM always
On any
showcased everything
given
they
day
had in
across
commercials.
America, more people will go to one
Hey,
store
Mr.
than any
Walton.
other. For clock radios, coffee makers, jeans,
All this stuff
towels
don't even
and
look like
toothbrushes.
this no more.
Just about
Except for the
Kmart
toothbrush.
is no more.
country, this one store
Quaker
has such
State.
a name for
Look at that
good
Chrysler.
quality
It was brand new.
that
That was a
everyone,
Chrysler.
almost half of
They don't even
America
make
shows
Chryslers
up.
anymore. Do they?
If you're not one of them,
Yeah, I think
maybe
they
it's
do.
time you found out.
Well,
Yeah, they do. Chrysler.
What about Plymouth?
Chrysler Dodge is the
Kmart,
same
the
company.
saving place.
Remember Chrysler
Yeah, but they
Plymouth,
used to have a Plymouth, Chrysler,
Polare.
Slipper,
Let's see what date is on the coin.
AMC.
This is when a commercial sell you a 25-cent coin for $8.
Right.
I always tripped off those commercials. Like, how you gonna sell me a coin that ain't worth but 25 cents?
With United States.
Look at that. 1986. Oh, if you had that
Liberty coin.
you would have been fresh.
Liberty Bibbert.
Wide World of Sports.
Remember those?
When you've got the hottest trucks in America, you don't need gimmicks.
Look at these commercials, though. They so
And
like
Nissan's
bunk.
5.7% annual percentage rate factory-sponsored financing
Five
on every Nissan
and that's
high-body
high?
truck. That's the lowest anywhere.
That's crazy.
5.7%. You could save
I know.
$829 on this hard-body
We
regular
could save
bed.
a whole
And $1,980 on
$829.
this King Cab 4x4.
1980.
Participating Nissan dealer today. Who says you need gimmicks to sell a truck? The name is Nissan.
Remember it was Datsun before that?
Yeah. Then they had both names on them at one time. I think it was like 84, 83, 84. They were switching over to Nissan.
Mommy, is dinner ready?
House. It's a very, very, very fine house. Look at that garage.
Sausage is so tasty.
Looks like he drove right into the house.
Right.
Now.
Eckridge.
The very best our house tea.
They don't even Eckridge out of business. You need some lemonade or something, yeah.
7-Up's gonna change the whole party.
Hey, I made it rain. Oh, what is this? You're on that bike. You be careful, Jethro.
They wilding out now.
Oh yeah. Come here, girl.
7-Up.
Remember, oh boy, the uncool.
Jeffrey Older.
Later Brothers.
That's the commercials we need
Why
to
not
find.
travel to the most exotic lands?
Those are like
Mutual of Omaha's Wild
First
Kingdom.
stop this week at
I
11
used
on
to watch
Eyewitness
that.
News.
Oh, America's Playgrounds.
That will be Jack.
Wolfman Jack.
I wish it was $2.47 a gallon for that. It's like $20.
Exactly.
550 warranty. So if you
Yeah, you know, you better go ahead and
look at those stoplights.
For the life of your car. The Chief Auto Parts 4th of July sale.
Chief Auto Parts. They don't even exist anymore. That's
They
auto.
don't exist no more either.
David's
No.
not around. Nothing takes his place. But wearing
Except
his
for this
Van
shirt.
sure helps.
That Van Heusen shirt.
Peter said I could have anything I wanted.
I want
So
a
I took his
shirt.
Van Heusen shirt right off his back.
I love my puppy.
And my dad's shirt.
And my daddy's shirt.
Van Heusen, from man to
I used to buy a lot of Van Heusen shirts.
borrow.
They fit.
There's a lot of talk on TV about cars.
Hey,
that
it's
clog
Bob
fuel
Hope.
injectors. Chances
Guys,
are
in
you'll
case
never
you didn't
have a
remember who
problem
this
if
guy
you use
was.
Texaco.
Because
Right.
the detergent in
Look at
it
the TV in the car.
it helps clean clogged injectors and
Some folks don't know who you are.
It's black and white.
Unleaded helps knock out the knocks. Look,
Wait,
two
why does he
different
have a
gasoline.
car with
On
two
regular
things?
unleaded engine knocks rob my power. But on Texaco Super Unleaded, I get
Remember I used to have to flip it to get the gas?
The second gas thing.
The funny thing is,
Moments ago, a medical study reported the best news for tough headaches in over 10
see, every time
years.
you got like a well-known actor, you want to buy the ass.
Tylenol.
Right.
There's a higher
They don't even do that anymore.
Newprin spray. Two little Newprin are stronger
Two
than extra
little
strength.
Now they have
So
the
Newprin
commercials
stops
with the
headaches better.
unknown names of
remember,
drugs
Newprin is
that
gentler to
they
your
talk real
stomach than
fast and
aspirin.
have a song
For
in the back.
strength
Oh,
beyond
Ozempic.
Newprin
You know.
Don
Oh,
Meredith.
Tanya talked about the Pintos last week.
We talked about the Pintos, the Gremlins, the Pacers,
All those pretty looking Spacemobile cars. No, he brought the rain, dude.
Welcome to the sun-kissed fun farm.
Man, these trees used to freak me out.
Right. Before Lord of the Rings.
And they're real fun to eat. Sun-kissed fun
Oh,
fruits.
I
Every
want
chewy
some
one is
fun
real
fruits.
fruity fun.
Fruity fun.
To leave the
Uh-oh.
safe and
The
comfortable.
Rock of
to take
Gibraltar.
on new challenges, new
Credential
opportunities.
again.
It's
Yeah.
that spirit that moved people to build a new world. And it's
Credential.
in that spirit that the Rock itself, these IRAs,
The Rock of Gibraltar is
and
coming
new
to New
forms of
York.
insurance.
It's sailing by. You see that glacier?
Right. Can you imagine if something like that happened? This
we
big
all
old
be-
rock
we would all
goes
be
zooming
dead.
by.
I was most surprised.
That would rush across the whole United States.
I thought they had the wrong Simon Jones, but no, they wanted
Look
to
at
do a
him.
commercial.
He's sitting on his couch
No,
with his sitting
no.
outside. It's a beautiful day.
And he said,
He's got on a
GE, it's
sweater.
$4 billion on technical gadgetry or some such stuff.
Gadgetry.
That doesn't sound very
What is
personal.
he talking about?
I have no
He
idea.
said he'd get back to me. And then
It
does.
gets back to
I'll get
me.
back to you.
General Todd, GTE.
Happy birthday, Miss Liberty. Hey, Dad.
Not now, Aaron. This is important.
Not now. I'm doing something. I'm looking at this new Nissan Sentra.
Sentra.
That's got to be 80. 81.
Yeah, it's hopefully the 80s.
Don't show that car from the back. That look like a Pinto.
I'm the Statue of Liberty, and I guard America. Because as long as there's America, you know you have a chance.
You're right, baby. That's really important.
It's really
You'll be up a
important.
tree if you pass up the
Wallace.
San Diego Zoo's 70th birthday,
like Ron
because
Bowling.
you'll miss getting this month's free birthday pick.
The zoo is open every day.
Uh-oh,
The
70
Joy of
years.
Becoming American. This week at 4 and 6.
They need to show these nowadays. New Americans. They all look like they've just been in jail for the longest. I don't know. The elephant in the room.
Pay you jumbo rates if you deposit a ton.
We're going to talk about the elephant in the room.
Without smaller amounts.
Well, now I have to talk about both
We
elephants
won't
in the
treat
room.
them like peanuts. We'll pay our $100,000 jumbo.
Today is a burger day.
As little as $10,000.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do In and Out, but I actually have to go to a client in LA, so I might go get like one of
Autofocus.
the spots that I know is really good. So I have to see which. Oh, no, not the VCR, not the video camera. Compact.
New JVC video movie.
While my JVC vibrates the concrete. I'm sorry.
If you don't understand, but I need a microphone inside my hand. Don't mean to offend all the citizens, but I keep my volume way past it.
I wonder what this guy looked like without his beard and mustache.
But not just any house, a 3-bedroom house with indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing.
Visit Knox now through July.
Look at these track homes back in the day.
Probably just as crazy.
Golden West Homes.
Oh, what's this, in Anaheim?
Bathrooms. That's one for me and one for you.
Uh-oh, Street Fighters.
No way! Wait, it's Kyle, Ryu, Sangi,
Ryu,
and Dalcine. What's a Dalson? Oh, some with real ninja moves. Hey,
Kick the crap out of him.
Vega, Sagat, Balrog.
Sagat.
Balrog.
Unbeatable.
Sagat.
You know him.
Did you see him turn to a skeleton?
Capcom Street Fighter 2 figures sold separately. Oh, I like them. You got that confidence. You got that style.
It's funny how adults are doing commercials for kids when it should be kids doing it for kids. They were so happy back in the 80s. And Avon was a big part of it. I got my Avon on. You see that? Hey, I'm feeling good about myself. I just got my new batch of Avon. All right, that ends our series on Way Back Wednesday. Thank you very much for staying with us this hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, we had a little fun. We were serious for the first half, and then we got kind of silly and had a little fun in the second.
Yeah, we wanted to take you back, way back in the time to when life was good. Altadena was young to us, and Papa Taco cost $1.99 for 2 hot dogs and 3 tacos. You couldn't even beat that deal.
Damn.
They need to bring those prices back. We're going to have to hurry up and get that steak corral shot going. Because
right.
That'll be our event. I think we're going to have to. I'm going to call them this week and see what's going on so we can plan that for like a month out. Maybe like...
Well, I know you just mentioned it, so I'm going to do it now. Just because you mentioned it.
How do I know I like it?
Trust me, I got you turtled, didn't I?
But I've never been here before.
Yeah, but I have.
Look at them tacos. They were good. Oh. They need that out here. That was $3. I got a big boy burger. Drive up hamburgers. Yeah, man. Those are the days, man, when Burger King Whoppers actually took 2 hands to hold them.
Right.
Now it's like you could barely see any meat on the thing. Like, hey, man, what happened? What's going on here? All right, y'all. So we done took up enough of your time. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you in the mañana.
Yes, indeedy. That'll be episode 97. Y'all have a great day.
I can't wait till Friday because I can say, suckers to the side, I know you hate my 98. You're going to get yours. That's what we'll focus on. If we don't have anything to do on Friday, we'll talk about every year of music that we come across for each episode. When it falls on those days. So 98 was not the year that song came out. It came out in 88. So I don't know why he said that. He must have been talking about that 98.
No, 98 is a vehicle.
Like the Oldsmobile?
Yeah.
The Delta 88.
You always talk about my 98
Cadillac.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, it's time for us to hat up. Vamoose.
That's right. All right, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.